My name is Ashish Bhargav and I welcome each and everyone here for the daily news analysis. So dear friend, how are you? I hope that you guys are doing well. आप सारे अच्छे होंगे. Before we start, please let me know that if my voice is audible, am I completely visible to each and everyone? Okay. So dear friend, as we know that how the newspaper content is very important. Make sure if you are new in this channel, please subscribe our channel and do not forget to press the bell icon so you will get the notification of all our Pratham Test Prep mentor. Stay tuned and आज का न्यूज़पेपर है मेजरली आप देखेंगे उसमें आपको इकोनॉमी के ऊपर बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स हैं. सो डियर फ्रेंड, एज वी नो कि न्यूज़पेपर जब आप रीड करते हैं यू शुड नो दैट व्हाट आर द इम्पॉर्टेंट कंटेंट दैट यू शुड keep an eye on that because it is very important to understand about the newspaper article. Majorly we discuss about the Hindu and Indian Express because these newspaper have you can उसको मैंने compile करा हुआ है in a format so that उससे आपको क्या होंगे कि जो आपके important content है. So I highlighted the important newspaper article which we will discuss in very detailed manner, right? So कैसे हैं आप सब? Again, I hope you are doing well. So what exactly we discuss in newspaper analysis? We discuss about all the important aspects: national news, international news, economy based news, sports based news, science and tech, personal news, summits and conference and miscellaneous. And apart from that, we discuss about the Supreme Court verdict, about any amendments, about any bills which is in the parliament. This is also we discuss in newspaper. So dear friend, sorry for the network glitch and yeah. So again, here is the very first article. Here we talk about in Environmental Performance Index 2024. Wherever we talk about any index, make sure in that context you should know who publish this index. And the second thing that you should know about what is the rank of India, lowest and highest country. So there are few important takeaways that you should know once we discuss about any kind of index. Like for example, we talk about Global Hunger Index, like Global Gender Gap Report Index. These kind of index is very important for your exam perspective because as we can see this the recent years they are asking about the question based on index. So index in terms of sanitation and drinking water, India has got 8th, that is the last position among South Asian country with 25.6 points. So India की रैंक 176 है out of 180 countries. अभी आपके सामने इसी के ऊपर आज एक सवाल भी है कि who publish environmental performance index? If anybody know, let me know in the comment section में. कोई बताओ. Next one is मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया था once we started the newspaper analysis कि most of the questions, most of the topic that we are covering here that from the newspaper analysis. So RBI aims for liberalizing capital account, globalization of rupee and digital payments. So gearing up to remain future ready for India's fast growing economy, the Reserve Bank of India have listed a series of aspirational goals including जिसमें capital account, उसके बाद liberalization and internationalization of the Indian rupees which is INR, and its universalizing of digital payment system and globalization of India financial sector, in a multi-year time frame. So ये RBI क्या है? The very few things that we should know about Reserve Bank of India. The static topic. See, wherever you discuss about any content, make sure that you should know about the static facts as well as the current affairs. Whenever we talk about Reserve Bank of India, we should know that RBI establishment that was on 1st April 1935. That was establishment of Reserve Bank of India. Who was the first governor of Reserve Bank of India? Indian governor, if you talk about Sir Osborne Smith. Osborne Smith was the first governor, and then we can see the Reserve Bank of India is, we can see RBI. The first Indian governor is, we can say, is C.D. Deshmukh, right? So in that context that we should know the important point. Now if we talk about like central bank has proposed enabling availability of the rupee or to non-residents of facilitating cross-border transactions in the rupee and enhancing accessibility of rupee accounts to persons residents outside India, जिसे हम कहते हैं PROIS. PROIS क्या है my friend? PROS आपका होता है बेसिकली which is means that जो पर्सन इंडिया से बाहर रहे हैं और बेसिकली जो इन्वेस्ट करते हैं. So that means that मैंने बताया पर्सन रेसिडेंट्स आउटसाइड इंडिया. So India has not yet opened up its capital account fully, which will allow free flow of capital to the country and outside. मतलब जब कभी हम कैपिटल अकाउंट को, जो कैपिटल अकाउंट्स होती हैं उसको अगर हम फ्री करेंगे, इन दैट केस द कैपिटल अकाउंट मीन्स विच विल, इससे क्या फ़ायदे होंगे? इट विल अलाउ फ्री फ्लो ऑफ कैपिटल टू द कंट्री ऑल्सो एंड बियॉन्ड कंट्री. सो द रुपी वॉज मेड फुल फ्लॉट इन द ट्रेड अकाउंट ड्यूरिंग द 1991 रिफॉर्म्स इनिशिएटेड बाय द गवर्नमेंट. सो आपको पता है 1991 में जब वंस वी लॉन्च लिबरलाइजेशन, प्राइवेटाइजेशन एंड ग्लोबलाइजेशन, उस टाइम में रुपी को फुल फ्लॉट किया गया. सो कैपिटल अकाउंट कन्वर्टिबिलिटी मीन्स दैट freedom to convert rupee into any foreign currency and foreign currency back into the rupee for capital account transaction. So एक कमेटी बनाई थी गवर्नमेंट ने, which means उनकी कमेटी का नाम क्या था? तारापोर. So तारापोर कमेटी ने क्या रिपोर्ट दी थी? So तारापोर कमेटी had listed several preconditions such as fiscal consolidation, inflation control, low level of नॉन परफॉर्मिंग एसेट्स. नॉन परफॉर्मिंग एसेट्स क्या होता है माय फ्रेंड? सी, कोई भी अमाउंट अगर 90 डेज तक अगर उसे जो बोरोअर है उसने अगर पेमेंट नहीं की है, इन दैट केस वो अमाउंट का आपको कंसीडर एज एन नॉन परफॉर्मिंग एसेट्स. किसी बैंक को मर्ज करने से पहले गवर्नमेंट ये चेक करती है उस बैंक का नॉन परफॉर्मिंग एसेट्स कितना है, राइट? सो वो होता है नॉन परफॉर्मिंग एसेट्स. लो करंट अकाउंट डेफिसिट. करंट अकाउंट डेफिसिट का मतलब क्या है? CAD जिसे हम कहते हैं. Current account deficit, which clearly means that in short we can say current account deficit means कि वहाँ पे जो है आपका import कम होगा, export ज़्यादा होगा. That is means current account deficit, which strengthening of financial markets for achieving capital account liberalization. So RBI जो है that working group headed by RBI executive director जो कौन है? राधा श्याम राठौर, had recently recommended a slew of short to long term measures to accelerate the pace of internationalization of the rupee. So यहाँ पे as a reserve bank approaches its senior year, RBI 101 years, it will gear up even more to remain future ready for India fast growing economy. Meanwhile, on deepening and universalization of digital payment system, जिसे हम कहते हैं UDP, domestically and globally, the RBI agenda includes plans for the internationalization of India's payment system. और इंडिया पेमेंट सिस्टम में क्या आता है आपका? UPI, which means यूनिफॉर्म पेमेंट इंटरफेस. उसके बाद RTGS. कोई बच्चा कमेंट सेक्शन बताओ RTGS का फुल फॉर्म क्या होता है? एंड NEFT. And participation of payment system linkage project across country, which is bilateral and multilateral. सो ऑन ग्लोबलाइजेशन, बेसिकली जो ये सेंट्रल बैंक ऑफ डिजिटल करेंसी EUP की बात हो रही है यहाँ पे. सो ऑन ग्लोबलाइजेशन ऑफ इंडियाज़ फाइनेंशियल सेक्टर एंड फाइनेंशियल सेक्टर रिफॉर्म्स, RBI प्लान करता है एक्सपांशन ऑफ बैंकिंग डोमेस्टिकली इन consonance with national growth and positioning 3 to 5 Indian banks among top 100 global banks in terms of size and operation. So there is a view that in matter to monetary policy, the Reserve Bank is guided by the principle of follow the Fed. I would like to ambiguously state that while we do keep a watch on whether clouds are building up or clearing out in the distant horizon, we play the game according to the local weather and pitch condition. So on secured retail loans की बात करें, नवंबर में we had flagged certain concern on excessive growth in the unsecured retail loans and over reliance of NBFCs on bank funding. Recent data suggests that there is some moderation in these loans and advances. We are monitoring data to ascertain इफ़ फर्दर मेजर्स आर नेसेसरी। ये तो बात होगी इस आर्टिकल की। लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल। ये बेसिकली प्रिवेंशन ऑफ चाइल्ड फ्रॉम सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट के ऊपर बात हुई है एंड मेजरली इसमें there are many gaps in the schemes and care that to support to victim under section 4 and 6 of the Protection of Child from Sexual Offence Act. Next article here we talk that RBI plans to set up a new digital platform. Same है यहाँ पे कि यहाँ पे Reserve Bank of India have proposed to set up digital payment intelligence platform which will harness advanced technology to mitigate payment fraud risk. To take this initiative forward, the RBI has constituted a committee under the chairmanship of AP Hota, that is former MD and CEO of NPCI, which is National Payment Corporation of India, that to examine various aspects of setting up a digital public infrastructure for the platform. So the domestic payment frauds that jumped to 70.64%, this is 2,604 crore during the 6-month period ended March 2024. So the volume of frauds also rose to 15.51 lakh during the March 2024 period. So RBI ने यहाँ पे प्रपोज किया to revise the definition of bulk deposits of single rupee term that deposits of as 3 crore and above form the current limit of 2 crore and above for commercialization bank that excluding RRB. रीजनल रूरल बैंक्स। इन्होंने ये भी प्रपोज किया कि टू डिफाइन द बल्क डिपॉजिट लिमिट ऑफ लोकल एरिया बैंक आर सिंगल रुपी टर्म्स डिपॉजिट ऑफ ₹1 crore and above as applicable in the case of regional rural banks, and banks have discretion to offer differential rate of interest on the bulk deposits as per the requirement and asset liability management ALM projection. Next one we talk about the RBI forex reserve jumped to $4.84 billion to all-time high of $651.5 billion. इंडिया का जो फॉरेक्स रिजर्व है माय फ्रेंड दैट जम्प टू, और इंडिया में क्या है आपका मिनिमम रिजर्व सिस्टम, दैट मीन्स दैट वी हैव मिनिमम रिजर्व सिस्टम जिसमें आरबीआई को अपने पास 200 करोड़ रुपीज़ जो हैं वो रखने पड़ते हैं। उसमें से 115 करोड़ जो है आपका वो गोल्ड में होना चाहिए, राइट। सो इंडिया फॉरेक्स रिजर्व दैट जम्प टू $4.837 billion to new all-time high for the ended May 31st to Reserve Bank of India. So touching a new milestone, India foreign exchange reserve reached a historical high of $6.5 billion as on May 31st. और आरबीआई के जो गवर्नर हैं, आरबीआई के गवर्नर का नाम क्या है उनका, शक्तिकांता दास। उन्होंने ये बताया कि प्रीवियस हाई फॉर द kitty a crucial guard against any disturbance in the external sector that was $648.87 billion on May 10th. ये सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट फोक डांस के बारे में दी हुई है। यहाँ पे देखो स्टेट वाइज देखो, अगर आप फोक डांस है इसके एग्ज़ाम में क्वेश्चंस भी आते हैं आपके पास। आप देखिए यहाँ पे दो भांगड़ा एंड गिद्दा इज़ पंजाब वहाँ की है, राजस्थान की घूमर, कालबिया, भवाई, ख्याल, रसबरी, गुजरात की आपकी गरबा और रास है, जावरा मत की जो है वो आपकी मध्य प्रदेश की है, महाराष्ट्र की लवानी, नताका, कोली, और कोली, दकुंगी, फुगदी ये जो गोवा की है, दोलू, कुनिक्ता ये सारे कर्नाटका की है, तेलंगाना और यहाँ पे आंध्र प्रदेश की कुचिपुड़ी, वेलासनी नाट्यम, आंध्रा नाट्यम, भारत नाट्यम इज़ फ्रॉम तमिलनाडु, और ये जो आप देख रहे हैं झारखंड की यहाँ पे जो है विदेशिया, जाट जटिन, जुमारी और पालिका ये बिहार की है, और उसके बाद उत्तराखंड की है लंगवीर, उसके बाद अगर आप सिक्किम की बात करें तो याकशम की है, बिहू इज़ फ्रॉम असम, बिचुआ और नागपूजा एंड नागा, ये आपको जो स्टेट है ये आपके दिख रहा होगा यहाँ पे, ये असम को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। एंड यहाँ पे जो स्टेट है आपका झारखंड, यहाँ पे है कर्मा मुंडा, अग्नि झूमर और जनानी झूमर और अलगलाब. So these are the dance form which are very important for your exam perspective. And here remodeling the global plastic treaty, as discussion still continues for an international legally binding treaty on plastic pollution. So it becomes crucial to consider how it can support a fair transition for individuals who collect and recycle waste informally. So OECD के according global plastic outlook, in that case, so global plastic outlook, that waste was 350.3 million. ये जो है आप देख सकते हैं इसमें, that was 353 million tons in 2019. So more than double since it was 2000 and set to triple by 2060. So यहाँ पे uncontrolled site of dumps हैं. According to the United Nations Environmental Program, यहाँ पे जो UN के जो प्रोग्राम्स है उसके हिसाब से अगर आप देखें तो आपका यहाँ पे 9% रिसाइकल होते हैं, 85% was done by informal recycling workers. So the need for recognition. These workers are often overlooked and remain highly vulnerable in plastic value chains. They face risks such as increasing privatization of waste management, waste to energy or incineration project, and exclusion through other public policy intervention in plastic waste management in the norms of external producer responsibility. So the informal waste and recovery sectors IWRS is more than a minor players in worldwide. So global plastic treaty is a significant attempt to establish a legally binding agreement that aimed at reducing and eliminating plastic pollution. India's voice is very important. India has also stressed the importance of adopting country-specific circumstances and capacity. Hence, India's informal waste pickers, who are indispensable, remain central to the discussion. We therefore need to rethink the formulation of EPR norms and raise questions on how to integrate this informal workers cohort into the new legal framework. Important facts of 12th 5-year plan 2007-2012. German bank has 11 weapons of mass destruction. G stand for green cover, B for banking reforms, H for higher education, E for electricity to all villages, work opportunities, malnutrition, drinking water. और ये देखिए आप इम्पोर्टेंट आपके कैसे एक माइंड मैप्स के हेल्प से आप बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस को कर सकते हैं. उसके लिए यहाँ पे आर्टिकल 15 विच टॉक्स अबाउट डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, आर्टिकल 17 टॉकिंग अबाउट अनटचेबिलिटी, 19 फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच एंड एक्सप्रेशन, 124 अबाउट सुप्रीम कोर्ट, 214 अबाउट हाई कोर्ट, आर्टिकल 24 अबाउट चिल्ड्रंस बिलो 14 ईयर्स दैट कैन नॉट वर्क, आर्टिकल 343 to 351 about Hindi language and 51A about fundamental duties. नेशनल इमरजेंसी आर्टिकल 352, 56 आप उसमें 4 ऐड करेंगे तो स्टेट इमरजेंसी और 4 और ऐड करेंगे तो फाइनेंस इमरजेंसी. नाउ इट्स टाइम टू क्वेश्चंस ऑफ द डे. स्पेशल कैटेगरी स्टेटस, ये मैंने आपसे बताया था कि स्पेशल कैटेगरी स्टेटस के बारे में आर्टिकल वी डिस्कस्ड ऑन फ्राइडे न्यूज़पेपर एनालिसिस. Special category status is granted by President of India. State with SCS receive preferential treatment for federal assistance and tax breaks. The criteria for granting SCS include difficult terrain, low population density and non-viable nature of state finance. इसमें से 2 ही करेक्ट हैं. B इसका आंसर है. अगर B आप देखें तो only 2 are correct. So special category status जो है is a classification by the center to assist in the development of a state that facing geographical and socio-economic disadvantages, that introduced in 1969 on the recommendation of 5th Finance Commission. It was initially granted to Jammu and Kashmir, Assam and Nagaland. Later Sikkim, Tripura को include किया गया. और special category states जो हैं that used to receive grants based on Gadgil-Mukherjee formula. However, after the recommendation of the 14th Finance Commission, SCS was stopped by for new any states. अभी एनवायरमेंटल परफॉर्मेंस इंडेक्स इसको कौन पब्लिश करता है? विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन? यूनाइटेड नेशंस एनवायरमेंटल प्रोग्राम, इंटरगवर्नमेंटल पैनल ऑन क्लाइमेट चेंज, जर्मन वॉच एंड नॉन। तो इसका राइट आंसर क्या होगा डियर फ्रेंड? आपका डी इज़ द राइट आंसर, कोई भी नहीं है, बिकॉज EPI 2024 Yale Center of Environmental Law and Policy recently published Environmental Performance Index that ranking 180 countries on climate change performance, environmental health and ecosystem vitality. Using 58 indicators across 11 categories, Estonia tops the list. India is ranked 176, being the world's third largest greenhouse gas emitter with a 32% increase in emission over past decade. 2022, India surpassed China as the largest emitter of anthropogenic sulfur dioxide. Next one, in the context of modern India, Jugantar and Bharat Mata Association, that were revolutionary groups. DC is the right answer. And achievement, Swaraj, it published Hitvada in all major regional language of India. Is here. The Servants of India Society was formed in Pune, Maharashtra in 1905 by Gopalakrishnan Gokhale, who was considered as a political guru of Mahatma Gandhi. The society organized many campaigns to promote education, sanitation, healthcare and fight the social evils of untouchability and discrimination, alcoholism, poverty, oppression of women and domestic abuse. Statement third one, the publication of the Hitvada, the organ of society in English, from Nagpur commenced in 1911. So this is all about the session. No, dear student, there is one question left. India League was started by Calcutta by Srichandra Vidyasagar. Bengal British India Society was set up by Cecil Kumar Ghosh. Bang Bhasha Pariksha Sabha was Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So here is only first statement correct, because here is Bang Bhasha Pariksha Sabha was formed in 1836 by associate of Raja Ram Mohan Roy. The main aim to the organization to promote Bengali education by means of polemics and build up public opinion. On 25 September 1875, the Indian League was founded under the leadership of Cecil Kumar Ghosh. Bengal British India Society, founded in Calcutta in 1843 by William Adam, a friend of Raja Ram Mohan Roy in England. And the Bengal British India Society was an organization dominated by a section of Bengal intellectuals, particularly by the young Bengal groups. So this is all about the session, dear students, and I hope that you enjoyed the session a lot. If you have any questions regarding this, please let us know in the comment section. Please share this session to your friends and family group as well, because being a citizen of this country, we should know what is happening around us. It makes you a aware citizen of our country, right? So thank you so much for joining with us. We'll meet you in the next session. Till then, bye bye and take care. And do not forget to press the bell icon and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much for joining with us. Apna ख्याल रखें. Thank you so much for joining with us once again.